evening and welcome to Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines, the home of the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Alongside Chris Larson, I'm Trent Condon. In just a moment, we'll have the matchup in the quarterfinals in Class 3A. It's the Indians of Spirit Lake facing off against the number 2 seed Dubuque Wahlert, the Golden Eagles. Well, it should be a fun one here. Our final matchup of the day, quarterfinal number 7, Class 5A in the books. This will be the third matchup in Class 3A. And Coach, I'll tell you, this matchup here, it might be a 2-7 matchup, but two teams from different ends of the state. You never know when you get to this spot.
You really don't, and you saw the top half of the bracket play out. Obviously, some really good basketball. Wahlert comes in, with a lot of experience and playing in that tough league. But Spirit Lake, let's not be fooled. They're in the same conference, and all their losses have come from teams that are at this state tournament. So it's late-night basketball. You never know what's going to happen.
It is, and we're a little bit delayed if you're tuning in, wondering, well, why hasn't the game began? Well, the game previous here, we had a little bit of a delay at the half, and you were on the air for that one. I pulled up. It was halftime. I thought, I got the perfect timing. And then I see a couple thousand people standing outside.
Yeah, it was a little strange. Right during halftime, which actually was really nice because at least it wasn't when they were on the floor. But the crowd did a great job clearing out a little fire in the concession stand. But, everybody managed pretty well, and really a good second half of basketball in that first one. And I feel like the energy is really good in the arena right now, so it should be a fun late-night game.
No doubt about it. Love these late-night starts. Should be a good one here. Let's take a look to the road to the state tournament for each of the squads making their way to the state tournament, and start with the number 7 seed, Spirit Lake, the Indians, 17-7, as they punch their ticket with their 3 victories in their path. Open up with a win against Sheldon in the opening round, then a tough win, a 9-pointer against Unity Christian, and then in the regional final, a win against Algona. Very good Algona squad, 61-53 for them. On the other side, for the second-seeded Eagles out of Dubuque Wahlert. They were led with the win against Olwine Monticello, and then Center Point Urbana. That one came down to the wire, a 5-point victory for Dubuque Wahlert in that one. As we take a look at the road to the state tournament with both these teams, Chris.
Yeah, like we said, two teams playing their best basketball at the end of the year. Both have been battle-tested, have a couple losses, but they've played really tough schedules. Both of them are led by 2 superstars, right? Claire Turner, for Spirit Lake, who was phenomenal. I actually watched that Algona game, and she was terrific. And then Claire Lucan, obviously, for Wahlert.
When we come back, we'll dive deeper into today's matchup with our Seeds for Success, presented by Channel Seeds. Plus, we'll have your starting lineups as we get set for tip-off. You're watching the 2025 Girls State Basketball Tournament, presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back with you live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Trent Conn and Chris Larson with you as we bring you the matchup. Second seeded Dubuque Wahlert and number 7 seed Spirit Lake. Let's take a look at the Channel Seeds for Success.
Yeah, when we look at Spirit Lake, I think they got to match physicality, right? Wahlert comes from a league with a lot of 5A teams. They played a lot of 4A, 5A schedule. I think one of the biggest difference if you're Spirit League, just know it's going to be a physical ball game. Make sure you can match that. Also, get organized on defense. A little bit longer floor. You're in an arena. Make sure you're getting back and playing good defense. Get yourself organized and challenge everything. For Wahlert, don't be fooled by the record, right? Don't be fooled by those 7 losses. Those are all the state tournament teams, and Spirit Lake can play. use your experience, right? They've been at the state tournament. Use that to your advantage by coming out like a veteran team. Get off to a good start and don't take anything lightly. I think if they do that, they're going to find a lot of success tonight.
Today's Seeds for Success brought to you by Channel Seeds. We'll take our final break here before tip-off. When we come back, we'll have your team introductions and starting lineups for this tournament matchup. You're watching Girls State Basketball presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, a fifth-generation farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Erin Gerlich, executive director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We're excited to have you join us for the Girls State Basketball Tournament.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to be the title sponsor of this amazing event. Iowa's farmers work endlessly to grow and raise nutritious food and sustain our local communities. Similarly, Iowa's student athletes dedicate countless hours to train and excel in their sport. Partnering with the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union allows us to celebrate farmers and student athletes while supporting and empowering the Iowa girl.
Reaching the state tournament is a tremendous achievement, and it requires strong support. Thanks to the Iowa Farm Bureau, we can celebrate and honor students for their accomplishments on the basketball court and in the classroom. The Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to your success, assisting our organization in providing awards, grants and scholarships, as well as concussion insurance and these wonderful championship hats. These contributions not only protect student athletes' health, but also highlight outstanding performance in both athletics and academics.
As Iowans, we have so much to be proud of, and every single one of us plays a role in making our state great. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations on an outstanding season and best of luck in the tournament.
Trey Cotton alongside Chris Larson, our producer Randy Nielsen here on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy as we await our 7th game here at Wells Fargo Arena. Coach, you mentioned that big floor. It was fun watching Spirit Lake take the floor for the first time, and you can see the girls. They've been here. They got some shots up earlier, but just seeing that first run out there, it's different.
It is. It's just you can't explain it, but when you come out there, and it is fun to look at their faces light up a little bit, right? And we talked about it earlier, but especially these late night games, you've kind of got to get a feel all day and wait around, and it's like, now it's finally our turn.
Let's go to the PA for these starting lineups.
And the Dubuque Wahlert Catholic Golden Eagles. Fans, tradition is an important part of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's storied history. Because our past is an integral part of what we do today, we ask that everyone in attendance please join in a round of applause to show our appreciation to all the women who have participated in high school athletics in Iowa. Because once an Iowa girl, always an Iowa girl. Fans, at this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship shown by Spirit Lake High School and Dubuque Wahlert Catholic High School. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Madison Melchert of the IGHSAU will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Spirit Lake High School, Courtney Beloit. And from Dubuque Wahlert Catholic High School, Linda Donovan Osterhaus.
Remember what a great privilege it is to watch your team compete. Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the game. And enjoy the game. And enjoy the game. And enjoy the game.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by participants, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to enjoy the game. And now, fans, it's time to introduce the players in tonight's quarterfinal matchup. First, the non-starters for the Spirit Lake Indians. Number 2, Faith DeWild. Number 3, Anthea Leopold. Number 5, Brooke Womuth. Number 14, Ellie Beloit. Number 22, Mackenzie Scott. Number 23, Kinley Dodds. Number 25, Ella Beck. And number 32, Annabelle Sins. The assistant coaches for Spirit Lake are Ellie Ruffridge and Matt Coy. Now let's meet the non-starters for the Wahlert Catholic Golden Eagles. Number 2, Lucy Lucan. Number 10, Kayla Webker. Number 11, Mila Breithopt. Number 23, Celia Scher. Number 33, Ella Kennedy. Number 44, Cameron Tyson. The assistant coaches for Wahlert Catholic are TJ King, Matt May, Bob Knoll, and Gary Schuster. And now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for tonight's starting lineups? For Spirit Lake at guard, a 5'5" senior, number 10, Abby Scott. And for Wahlert Catholic at guard, a 5'5" junior, number 1, Claire King. For Spirit Lake at guard, a 5'8" junior, number 11, Claire Turner. And for Wahlert Catholic at forward, a 5'10" senior, number 3, Olivia Donovan. For Spirit Lake at forward, a 6' senior, number 20, Reese Keenan. And for Wahlert Catholic at forward, a 5'10" sophomore, number 5, Carolyn Freed. For Spirit Lake at guard, a 5'6" junior, number 21, Maggie Brunsma. And for Wahlert Catholic at guard, a 5'6" junior, number 30, Ruth Tauber. For Spirit Lake at center, a 6'2" junior, number 30, Lauren Travis. And for Wahlert Catholic at forward, a 5'11" senior, number 50, Claire Lucan. The head coach for Spirit Lake is Todd Rogers. And the head coach for Wahlert Catholic is Chris Spiegler. The floor officials this evening are Mike Calvig, Nate Steege, Casey Hofert, and the bench official is Tyler Hovick. Welcome Spirit Lake and Wahlert Catholic to the 2025 Girls State Basketball Tournament.
Before we begin today's game, we'd like to once again thank Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Girls High School Athletic Union, for their support. The Iowa Farm Bureau has an office located in each county across Iowa, and we'd like to thank the offices listed on your screen for their support of the two teams playing in our game today. Thank you, Iowa Farm Bureau, for supporting the IGHSAU and the Iowa Girl. Ball in the air, tipped up, and we are underway here in this quarterfinal. Quickly, Spirit Lake pushes forward, but stolen away by the Wahlert defense. Donovan gets the steal. Wahlert with their opening possession as they go left to right across your screen in the home white uniforms with the blue lettering, gold numbers, and the gold trim.
Right now they're trying to get Lucan in the post and make Spirit Lake's going to have to make sure they get on the help side.
Tauber with the drive, taken away off the glass, pushed quickly ahead by Turner. Turner in the front court, slices through the defense, off the glass and in. First bucket of the game. Cleo Turner averages over 20 per contest.
Absorbed the contact, right, and was able to use her left and finish in there with her right. Really good drive.
Three from the left wing, rattles home. Carolyn Freed with the triple. How about that? Just her 9th three-pointer of the year.
How about that? Shot it with confidence, though.
Wahlert takes their first lead, 3-2. Minute gone by in the opening quarter. Pressure, deflected, taken away. Claire King again gets her hands in it. Quickly ahead to Lucan. Lucan through the paint. Maybe got away with the walk. Good pass, though, in the post to the finish by Freed.
Couple extra passes there. A little bit of a 1-2-2, three-quarter court trap here for Wahlert.
Get it into the middle to Travis. Turns to face and sets it up with Turner on the left wing.
You're going to see a lot of their offense run through Turner here.
Good pass back underneath, and the finish in the post as Keenan gets the bucket.
Drew the defense, was able to find the open offensive post in there and set her up for a good layup.
5-4, 6:20 to play first quarter. Good pace here early on with Wahlert and Spirit Lake.
Really good.
Around the perimeter. As Donovan swings around into the corner, they get the post touch. Lucan off the glass and in. Deep position.
Nice job. They're really playing that sagging man-to-man. They're guarding Lucan with a smaller person. That help's going to have to get there faster.
That pressure again. Gets it into the front court. Double team comes. Dropped inside. Travis inside out. Turner, and we got a whistle. 3-second violation. Got caught camping with the foot in the paint.
Mm-hmm. Right there, Travis has to go up with that. She had a layup. Just didn't look at the hoop.
Wahlert 7-4, 5:44 clock in first quarter in this Class 3A quarterfinal. Trent Condon, Chris Larson with you here at Wells Fargo Arena. Corner three, that one way strong, rebounded by Keenan.
I think it's a little bit of a 1-2-2 matchup where they're still going through with cutters, but they got to make sure they get help in the inside.
Turner gets into the paint, drops it back, open three, Brunsma off the mark, tipped around into the corner as Donovan able to track it down. She wants to push. Quickly ahead to King. King crosses over her dribble, lost it. Deflected and going to stay here.
We talked about that early, though. I like the transition defense that time by Spirit Lake off a miss, right? That's going to be big. Don't let Wahlert get out and go and run too much in transition.
5:12 to play in the opening quarter as Lucan takes the inbound to King.
Yeah, a little bit of a 1-2-2 matchup zone is what we're looking at here.
Get that post touch into the corner, back around. Lucan, inside out player, had it deflected. Good save into the corner for King. King with 10 on the shot clock, drops it back. Here's a three-pointer, back rimming no good. Deflected around into the hands of Donovan.
One of the hardest things to do out of a zone is rebound. That time, great defense, but weren't able to finish the possession.
Reset the shot clock. Open three-pointer, nobody around, and rolling in. Donovan with the three. That's just her 6th three of the year.
How about that? A couple pleasant surprises for Wahlert so far.
Coach Spiegler going to be a big smile on her face over there.
Look in the middle.
That pressure.
Good.
There's a drive and a foul. straight up there by Free, just a little bit late coming over defensively.
Yeah, nice job. You want to get that ball reversed against that. It's three-quarter court, kind of dropping even in a little bit of half-court pressure. They got the ball reversed and then attacked there. Good baseline attack and drew the foul.
It'll be 2 free throws for Spirit Lake. First free throw off the mark, and it's probably the thing that's the most difficult to get used to in the big arena here is just the depth perception behind.
You would think so, right? And they're saying, well, what about Wahlert? What's going on there?
Bruinsma 1 out of 2. She splits the pair. 62% free throw shooter on the season. Wahlert by 5. They have the ball. So we approach the halfway mark of the opening quarter here from Wells Fargo Arena.
Yep. 1-2-2, but they do a really nice job matching up out of it. It's definitely a 1-2-2 zone, though, but they're really pushing people off.
Around the perimeter, haven't got a post touch yet. In fact, nothing inside. Here's a left wing 3. That one off the back iron, no good. Long rebound into the hands of Keenan. Spirit Lake wants to push.
Oh, there you go.
Tip from behind, stolen by King. Averages nearly 4 steals per game.
Yeah, and she kind of was reading that, and the crowd could see it coming, but one of the hard things to get used to in the arena is that, too, right? You just don't hear, you don't feel quite as well.
3.5 to play, first quarter. Wahlert with the ball and the lead. King at the top of the key, swings to the left side, and Tauber. Now Lukin with the touch. She'll hoist the 3, nearly banked it in. Long rebound, and we're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to keep it on this end with Dubuque Wahlert.
Trent, I know you're a big Hawkeye guy right there. You see that? That's like the old Tom Davis zone, right? They got the point sinking down to help on the post, that 1-2-2. They're doing a nice job executing. They got to secure the rebounds out of it, though.
As the inbound for Wahlert on the alternating possession arrow. They get it into Lukin. And off for Tauber. Now King, good crossover. Donovan. Another drive. Here's Lukin all the way through. Rolled off the rim. No good. High for the rebound, but it's loose again. And we're going to get another jump ball. This time it'll go to Spirit Lake. And a little frustration there from Claire Turner.
Yeah, right there for Keenan, right there. Just grab it, secure the rebound, right? Don't have to be in a big hurry. Don't get She's doing a great job rebounding. Make sure we get the outlet and can get up floor. I love what Wallert's doing on offense against that zone. They're getting really good movement.
Abby Scott flips it ahead into the front court to Bruinsma. Her baseline drive, bump and a foul against Dubuque Wahlert. That'll be the second foul whistled against the Golden Eagles.
Right now, the coaching staff, if you're an assistant coach, you can say, hey, they're calling that hand on the drive. Let's keep attacking.
Inbound underneath. There's a deep 3 from Turner off the back rim. Long rebound. And Tauber able to track it down. Wahlert with the push. Wide open. Lukin for 3. Ring it up.
Gonna get a timeout here from Spirit Lake.
30-second timeout on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy. We'll keep it right here. 13-5, a little danger time now for Spirit Lake.
Yeah, you just don't want to let it get too far away from you, right? I feel like it's been a good pace of the game. Biggest problem for them right now is 3 different Wahlert players have hit 3s.
And we mentioned the surprise. Lukin hitting a 3-pointer, not a surprise.
Not a surprise.
52 of them coming into the state tournament, shooting 38.5%. But it was Donovan with her 6th, Freed with her 9th, as they've raced out to this 13-5 lead with 2:31 to play in the first quarter. And that pressure really pushing the pace. Spirit Lake feels like they're struggling to really get their offense set up.
Yeah, and it's tough when you're against this, half-court trap. They're doing a lot of trap. Now they're in a basic man-to-man. Let's see if they can't run a good set. Maybe get Turner attacking the basket.
Turner with it up front. Flips to Scott on the left wing.
Going to get it reversed and get it back to her, I think, though.
And they do deep out on the right side. 18 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Jab step drive. Against a triple team. Deflected into the corner. Bumped. Clock has not reset. It's at 10. Scott with the drive. And the
one.
finish. Counted. And one. Abby Scott.
We talked about it in the pregame, right, that Spirit Lake's going to have to match that physicality. That's exactly what Abby Scott did. She took the contact and then finished through the contact.
Tauber picks up the foul. 3rd whistled against Wahlert. First on her. With 2:03 left, chance at a three-point play for Abby Scott. Second on the team in free throw shooting out of the regulars at 78%.
Oh,
Good off the back rim, tipped out of bounds. It will go to Wahlert. Much to the chagrin of the Indian fans behind us.
Right? They had a different opinion. Some of the most colorful shoes that I've seen in a long time in this court, both teams.
We didn't have that many options when we were playing.
You got that right.
6-point game as we tick inside of 2 minutes left in the first quarter in this 3A quarterfinal. Tauber cut off on the drive. Here's a three for Tauber, front of the key, no good. Rattled out another offensive rebound for the Golden Eagles.
Again, another second opportunity here for Wahlert.
Tauber likes that spot up front.
Mm-hmm.
Working against the Spirit Lake D. 22 on the shot clock. They go into the high post. Inside out. Jumper from 18 feet, too strong. Tipped out of bounds. It'll go to Spirit Lake.
Kind of a tricky time for Spirit Lake, I feel like, if you're on their sideline. They like what the 1-2-2 zone is doing, right? But they're really having trouble finishing the possession with a rebound. So they're gonna have to figure that out as the game goes on.
Substitution into the game. Back in Keaton for Spirit Lake. She has it deep out on the left wing. Scott sets up the offense again. Oh, good post feed off the rim. Rolls off, no good. Travis had a good look there.
Yeah, really good entry pass by Scott. Got to use that backboard.
Chance at a 2-for-1 here for Dubuque Wahlert. 25 on the shot clock, 50 on the game clock. Up front, here's King for three. Side rimming, no good.
Oh,
long rebound and a run out. Flipped it ahead all alone. The easy finish for Abby Scott with the bucket. It's a 4-point game.
Really nice play there by Turner to get it ahead to Scott. Now they got one more chance. This is a big opportunity. Wahlert probably wants to go for one, and then they get the ball to start second quarter, right? They get that hidden opportunity here.
Here's King between the rings, goes to the right wing. Tauber. Return with 15 on the clock.
Plenty of time.
They're going to chuck the three-pointer. That one off the front rim.
Didn't
Tipped out, and with 8.7, Spirit Lake's going to get another chance.
Coach was a little bit like, probably just a touch too soon. Let's see if Turner can't get a little momentum and get going downhill here.
Hesitates. Gets into the front court, reaching a foul. Not a bad one, but 4.5 on the clock.
No, but you don't like Lucan kind of getting a cheap one there either.
4.5 on the clock here, end of the first quarter. Spirit Lake with the ball in a 4-point deficit. They'll get it into Scott. Scott looking inside, deflected around, stolen. And won't get a shot off. That's how the first quarter comes to a close. Wahlert 13, Spirit Lake 9. We come back with the second quarter. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
If you grill it, he will come.
Hey.
Is this heaven?
Nope. It's fairway.
Welcome back live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Trent Condon, Chris Larson with you here courtside at Wells Fargo Arena. Across Iowa, hundreds of neighborhood banks are providing jobs, supporting businesses, and strengthening our communities. Here, success is built by you, and the life you build is backed by Iowa Banks. See what we mean at iowabankers.com. 13-9, Chris. Fun pace to this one.
Really good start right by both teams. I love the way Wahlert's moving on offense. It's leading to a lot of second chance points. Let's see what kind of adjustments each coaching staff made.
Shot too strong, but the defense a little late getting over. Freed will go to the foul line for a pair. Freed been a bit of a surprise in there. 5 points in the first quarter. Talked about the three-pointer, had another bucket. Now she's got a chance to surpass her season average here. 8 minutes and 15 seconds into the game as she rolls in the first.
She's just saving it up for state, huh?
That's right. 53.3% free throw shooter at the line. First one finds the mark. Second one rattles out. Tipped around, and it's going to stay with the Golden Eagles. Got to get those rebounds secured here against this athletic Wahlert squad.
Yeah, and they're really quick to the ball, aren't they?
7:43 to play. 33 on the shot clock as they inbound into the left corner, reset the offense.
Good look.
Inside out, little fade away. That one too strong. Tip around. We're going to get an offensive foul there on Caroline Freed.
And let's give, Claire Turner, obviously their leader, a 1,000-point scorer, really good offensive player. But right there, leading on the defensive end, right? They're having trouble with the rebounds, and so she really showed a great box out. And that's another way to lead your team.
Gets the pressure into the front court. Spirit Lake with it. As it'll be Turner setting up the offense.
Got to get somebody in the middle of that 1-2-2 and attack from the heart of the defense.
Deep three-pointer, Brunsma off the mark. Offensive rebound. The stick back there by Scott. Abby Scott having herself a night as she gets the score back to a three-point game.
Yeah, we have Abby Scott getting up over her average as well.
Unsung heroes leading the way here in their early going. Winner will move on to the semifinal round here at the state tournament. Around the perimeter against the zone. Look to the corner. And King.
Waller's doing a nice job of getting those ball reversals against the zone. That makes the zone shift, and it really loosens things up.
Lucan with 5 on the clock. Puts a dribble to it. Drops. Here's a 3 from Tauber. And shot clock violation. Didn't catch the rim. Hit the backboard. That's not good enough.
Nope. Another little sneaky thing to keep your eye on, not only on the rebounds, but Scott's leaking out every time, and they're really trying to get some easy points in transition. She was going to have, if it would have hit the rim, she might have had another layup there.
Already saw the run out for Scott a little bit earlier.
There you go. Now we got her in the middle there. See if you can't work through that.
On to the left wing.
There, good look.
Backside layup just off the mark from Brunsma. Offensive rebound. Putback is there. Working hard on the glass. Reese Keenan.
Yeah, beautiful. You make the good pass, but then she didn't just quit on the play, right? She followed that. Wasn't ready for the miss and then put her own putback in.
8-1 run out of Spirit Lake. After that timeout they used down 13-5. They cut it to 1. On the left wing. Pressure comes against a Wild just into the game. Here's a 3 from the corner. In and out, no good. Offensive rebound with the left hand. That one too strong. Ball still loose.
Look at that.
And out of the pack comes Keenan. There's that throw ahead to Scott. One-on-one, got caught underneath the basket.
Good pass ahead by Turner, though. Oh.
There's another great look. That layup off the mark, though. Rebounded by Travis. Then a reach and a foul. And you can see the momentum certainly shifting the way of the Indians.
Yeah, they're getting those rebounds. Obviously they talked about it in the huddle, right? That they're like, we're doing a great job on defense, secure the rebounds. Wallert's going to back off their pressure now, go back into a straight man-to-man defense.
Blair turning crossover into the paint, off the glass too strong. Ball tipped around and secured by Donovan. She'll push it ahead for the Golden Eagles, leading by a point. Left wing 3, that one too strong. Long rebound, though, for King. Resets as the shot clock resets. Baseline drive.
Good D.
That one
really good D.
By Keenan. Quickly ahead. There's Scott again. Got it to go this time.
Yep.
Spirit Lake leads. Timeout. Wahlert. Spirit Lake. A 10-1 run, and they have taken the lead with 4:54 to play. We'll take a timeout. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people. who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back. We're live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. I'm Trent Condon, Chris Larson with me, our producer Randy Nielsen. Thanks to everybody joining us here. Late night basketball in the quarterfinals. It will continue another busy day here at Wells Fargo Arena. We'll get the last of the 3A quarterfinals going, and then some of the smaller schools.
Yeah.
And Norwalk going to be involved tomorrow.
Get those Warriors out on this floor, right?
I know that one catches your attention just a little bit, Coach.
Yeah, you know it.
Here, a great ball game. Spirit Lake on a 10-1 run. They have taken the lead 15-14 as we play inside of 5 minutes left before halftime.
Giving them a little different look now. It's almost like a 2-1-2. Scott's dropping more into the paint, but really having some tough times penetrating and getting into any gaps.
Tauber at the top of the key. Picks up her dribble, looking for help. Finds it with Free. She goes cross court to King. King drives. Tried to throw it in the post, and we got a kick. So this is something that surprised me when we went to the shot clock. Kickball doesn't reset at the high school level.
I know. Interesting, isn't it? Because it almost gives the advantage to the team who kicks it. It may have to be adjusted.
6 on the clock. There's King.
Do they know?
A little bit. They got a hoist, and they're not going to get it off.
No.
Shot clock violation. Yeah, it's something that gives credit to the defense that just doesn't make sense.
Kicking the ball shouldn't be an advantage, right? Okay.
Spirit Lake will take it, though.
Right now, you come in as a high-seeded team, and now you're in a dogfight. Let's see how Wahlert responds.
Turner sets up the offense on the left wing for the Indians. Crossover, pulls up at 12. Step-through jumper, that one off the mark. Offensive rebound. Stick back is there. Reese Keenan, another offensive rebound and score.
She's just making a difference, right, with her rebound ability, finishing inside, playing great.
She's got 6. Deep 3 from Lucan. Count it. We're tied. There's a response by Claire Lucan.
No doubt.
17-17. 3:40 left in the second quarter. It's Abby Scott. Guarded closely. Hands back to Turner. Turner screen and roll with Scott. Hesitates. Step back. Triple. You bet.
Tell you what, our stars are shining right now.
Turner says to Lucan, anything you can do, I can do better. Gives Spirit Lake the lead, 20-17. Both players averaging over 20 per contest this season.
You know, Trent, you talk a lot about you can play zone, but you still got to have good man-to-man principles. All of Spirit Lake, they're in a zone, but they're all down low in a stance, moving their feet, active hands. They're really executing well.
A reach and a fouls. They're going to get that one. I believe that was on Abby Scott. No, check that. Number 20, Reese Keaton, picks up the foul, her first. And team foul number 2 against Spirit Lake.
Can't lose your patience if you're Wahlert, right? Still got to go side to side, work the ball inside out, and good things will still happen. And you can't forget about Lucan in the post.
Tauber goes to the post this time to Donovan, and she'll go to the line for a pair. Olivia Donovan posting it in there at 5'10". Mm-hmm. Not an overly big team, but it feels like they're kind of one of those teams built where a bunch of players can post up.
Right, an excellent find inside. Plus, that's Turner's first foul. You might see him look to go back to that.
First free throw in and out, no good from Donovan. Shooting 48% from the charity stripe coming into the state tournament. One more coming the way of the senior, Olivia Donovan. 0 for 2, another good rebound by Keenan.
Boy, Spirit Lake's really getting out and going. They're trying to get up floor.
Dodds threw it away there just into the game. Substitution brought to you by IMT Insurance. Kinley Dodds, a 5'9" sophomore. Also into the game, Faith DeWild, saw her just a little bit. She's the leading scorer off the bench for Spirit Lake. Claire King sets things up for Wahlert, down by 3. Get inside again. Double team comes, reverse layup. That one just off the mark from Donovan, and another rebound by Keenan.
But much better job that time, right? She just didn't turn and get rid of it.
Got to hurry across. Yep. And 10-second violation. Yeah, you can see that one coming.
You could.
That's the one problem if you're
right.
slow with the rebound, waiting for everybody to clear, you got to get it and go.
It's a hard game to play, right?
Is.
You got to take care of the ball, then you got to get it up the floor. And all while the other team's trying to do everything they can to stop you from doing that.
We get a substitution as Lucan's going to get bleed.
Yeah, she got a little blood on her.
Yeah. It's like on her left leg.
You can tell she does not like sitting out. She's like, get this done in a hurry. I want to be on that floor.
Yeah, they got her wrapped up, and she's ready to go. Claire Lucan averaging 21 per game, the senior.
I believe committed to Maryville in St. Louis area. Good D2 conference.
Yes.
Should be a really good player there. She's strong, right? And shoots it really well.
King on the left wing, picks up her dribble, gets it for Donovan. Donovan between the rings to the right side, and Talbert.
Can't get tight if you're Wahlert, right? It felt like the first early possessions, some different people were hitting threes, shooting it with confidence. Now they're starting to second guess a little bit, it feels like.
13 on the shot clock. Flip to the corner, King. King back for Lucan. Her drive, the runner. How about that?
Yeah, beautiful.
Soft touch.
Beautiful, really nice soft touch. She's kind of showing off a little bit of everything, right? She's gone in the post a couple times. She's shot a couple threes. There, a little bit of a mid-range.
And into double figures now with 10. And she plays with 2 fouls. Tricky dribble by Turner.
Yeah. She was showing off for us right there.
Handle. Tried to split the defense. We'll get a blocking foul. That'll be number 3 against Dubuque Wahlert here in the second quarter. And we'll get a couple of substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. In for Dubuque Wahlert, number 11, Mila Breithop will come in for the first time.
I always find these last couple minutes of the first half and then the first couple minutes of the second half to be such critical times in a game like this where it's so tight, right? What's going to happen here? Because momentum in the locker room is huge.
Ball blocked as Scott tried to go up amongst the trees, had it blocked out of there. Wahlert down by 1. Push it ahead for King. On the right wing, looks to the right side and Tauber. Cross court, around the perimeter, good touch pass. Leads to the open triple. That one well off the mark from Breithop. And the rebound secured by Spirit Lake.
Run away.
Turner sets the offense out at the jump circle. Gets a screen on each side.
There you go.
Hesitates.
Called it Iowa, and that's a little old staple there from Tom Davis as well. A little double high screen.
Cross court, open triple. Abby Scott having herself a night, the senior, with 11. Spirit Lake leads by 4.
Look, and she's doing such a good job kind of energizing the defense, and so many times when you put your energy in there, good things happen on the offensive end.
4 defenders around Lucan. They get the steal. Shot clock is turned off. Trying to battle through the defense and does. But 21 on the game clock.
Look at this, little back-to-back for them now, right? If they can hold for the last shot here, then they'll get the ball to start the second half.
23-19 lead for Spirit Lake. They go back to that double screen up front. Turner at the elbow, step through. Didn't give her the Euro step. Little extra hop in there.
Yeah, and I think she hopped and then hit the same foot, right? If she would have went on the other foot, it would have been a legal play.
Turnover, 6.1 on the clock. They're going to roll it forward to King.
That.
See if Turner's going to apply a little pressure. Quickly to the left side, Tauber. Tauber from 15. Back to King. Not going to get a shot off again. That's how the first half comes to a close. 7-seeded Spirit Lake. A 23-19 lead over the number 2 seed Dubuque Wahlert here in this Class 3A quarterfinal, Chris. Fun first half, and we mentioned danger time for Spirit Lake really ever since that moment. They've been in control.
Yeah, Spirit Lake's really executing their game plan well. Wahlert maybe got a little bit, flustered there in the middle after such a good start. Boy, halftime adjustments, it's going to be a fun second half.
Spirit Lake 23, Wahlert 19 here at the half. Coming up the halftime show on the Iowa Digital Network. We got you covered here. We'll come right back. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Different people have different needs, so Delta Dental of Iowa has affordable dental and vision coverage that meets you where you are. Small business on a budget? We have options with no employer costs. Traditional Medicare plans don't cover dental, but we do. And if you can't get benefits at work, you can buy direct from us. Plus, we give back to local communities, so you help make an impact. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, for your community.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with Unleaded 88.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Trent Condon, Chris Larson back with you courtside at Wells Fargo Arena in this Class 3A quarterfinal. Your halftime score, 7-seeded Spirit Lake, a 23-19 lead over Wahlert Catholic. Winner will move on to the semifinal round. Fans' official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Time to get your smartphones out. Just scan the QR code on your screen now or visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. Good looking gear there as always. The pink in abundance here at Wells Fargo Arena, and I will tell you here today, be back a lot more later in the week. Chris, what this Girls Union does each and every year for this state tournament, it is incredible, making this such a special event for the young ladies involved.
Just so much fun to see, right? We talked about that a little bit in the first game with some of the chaos and craziness, but it was really fun as the girls got back on the floor. They were conference opponents, but just a lot of smiles, a lot of positive energy in here, and you've seen it all night, right? Same thing is held true in this game. Just a lot of really good, hard, physical basketball. Smart, tough girls out there, and the Iowa Girls Athletic Union does such a good job of celebrating these girls.
They really do. You go back in the bowels of the arena and you see, they have different areas for them to take pictures and to do the selfies and to Instagram and do all those things. But it does make it an elite event and something that I'm just awe-inspired what they're able to put together every year.
Yeah, one of the coolest things when I came in, I noticed they have a wall with every single player who's playing this week on it. And obviously what a great picture to get, but just cool to feel part of it. Really, really well done. It's going to be a wonderful week.
No doubt about it. We got 5 more days to go as everything will conclude on Saturday. We'll hand out 2 championships on Friday evening and then 3 more on Saturday here at the girls' high school basketball tournament. Here our score, 23-19 Spirit Lake with the lead over Dubuque Wahlert. Wahlert was up 13-5, really looking to be in control, but quite the response out of Spirit Lake and did it a couple of different ways. Certainly on the defensive end was one of them.
Really started with that zone, right? 1-2-2, 2-1-2, matching up out of it. They got some things corrected and started rebounding much better in the second quarter, but not only their good defense started leading to good offense, and that you find that a lot in these games, and really impressed by Spirit Lake. I thought Wahlert was getting good movement on offense. A little bit of their trouble just went with, you got to have confidence and step up and shoot when you're open.
23-19 the score here. Taking a look at our first half scoring, and we'll get some stats coming up when we come back on the other side here of the halftime report. Spirit Lake 23, Wahlert 19. We'll continue here at the half. Coming back, your first half statistics. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/wecare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
Welcome back courtside, Wells Fargo Arena, Spirit Lake 23, Dubuque Wahlert 19. Live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Chris Larson, Trent Condon here with you. Let's take a look at some of those first half numbers, Coach, and one that paints a couple of different pictures.
Yeah, you know, you look at it, and the shooting percentage for Wahlert started off red hot, and then as the half went down, went by, just not enough movement on offense, not enough ball reversals, and then they were getting tough contested shots at the end of the shot clock. On the other hand, Spirit Lake was letting their defense lead to good offense. They were getting out on the break, getting some easy run-out baskets, and all the momentum in that second quarter went to Spirit Lake.
First half led in scoring by Abby Scott for Spirit Lake, 11 first half points for Spirit Lake, 10 on the other side for Claire Lukin. And our Souk-Up first half statistics, just 3 turnovers out of Wahlert Classic, and the other crazy thing, just one individual, 2 team turnovers, and then one on the actual players on the floor. Don't see that very often.
Doing it such different ways, right? Like if you look and think, Spirit Lake has had 8 turnovers, they've only had 3. But one of the big differences, and probably the X factor in this game is Reese Keenan. 8 rebounds, 6 points, 3 of 3 from the field. You talked about Abby Scott. Claire Turner also leading scorer, but she's doing a little different today. She's gotten 3 rebounds and 4 assists. And so just doing an overall game Really nice job by Spirit Lake, but you know Wahlert has the heart of a champion right there. They're going to be ready to go. They got a chance to get settled in, and you know they'll give their best in these first 4 minutes of the second half.
And we know Christine Spiegler certainly had some good conversations in the locker room on the other side. Todd Rogers for Spirit Lake the same, as we'll take our final timeout here, come back with the start of the second half. Spirit Lake leads it by 4. We come back with the second half of action. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
If you grill it, he will come.
Hey.
Hey.
Is this heaven?
Nope. It's fairway.
Welcome back live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. We start the second half. Spirit Lake trying to pull the upset here as the 7th seed leads second-seeded Dubuque Wahlert 23-19. The Indians will inbound to begin the second half. Spirit Lake in the traveling black uniforms with the red numbers and the white trim. Dubuque Wahlert, the home whites.
We said Reese Keenan's doing a little bit of everything. She was helping the cheerleaders getting down. She was enjoying that cheer to get started in the second half.
As Abby Scott sets up the offense for Spirit Lake. They run Turner off a couple of screens. She drives into the paint, splits it through. Pretty move in the bucket.
Yeah. She was barking a little bit. She thought she might have got a little contact on that, but she's feeling great. What a great finish.
Turner's up to now 7 points in the game. In the corner, Lucan fadeaway 3, tough bucket.
We've seen that a couple times now, right? Anything you can do, I can do better.
Back and forth they go. 25-22, Spirit Lake has their lead trimmed in half.
Ooh.
Deep three-pointer, 24 feet away off the mark. Tipped out of bounds. It's going to go to Wahlert. Last touch by Keenan. Reese Keenan showing that good ability, though, man. She is a jumper.
Yeah, she really is.
I don't
She's
know if
really
she plays
athletic.
volleyball. I'm going to guess she plays
volleyball.
Yeah.
Maybe a little track. She is really athletic.
25-22, minute gone by in the second half. King on the right wing, looks to the corner, and Lucan. They're trying to get her involved early.
I got away with one there. Got to get that ball reversed. Loosen up this defense a little bit. You really want to get it reversed side to side.
Lucan tries another three. That one side rimming. Long rebound secured by Travis.
Yeah,
Threw it
there
away.
you go.
Right to King. Had it blocked. Oh, but right there for the putback is freed.
Wahlert likes to do that after their misses, right? They're going to keep the pressure on you, so you got to take care of that basketball.
Abby Scott brings it across for Spirit Lake in a 1 point game, 25-24. Crossover Scott picks up her dribble, flips it back to the left side, and Brunsma lost her for a moment, gets it back, goes with the right hand off the window, no, but a foul, and she'll go to the line for a pair.
How about that?
Maggie Brunsma.
Oh. A little bit of a quiet first half for her, right? She made one free throw, but she's averaging 7 points on the year. I like that. Asserting yourself into the game with good hard drive.
One of the top three-point shooters on the team. Goes to the free throw line, splashes in the first. Second on the team with 41 three-pointers this year. Second on the team in scoring with 7.5 per contest.
You can see why, too. She's got a really nice stroke.
Rattles home the second, 2 out of 2. Lead is 3 for Spirit Lake. Just over 6 minutes left in the third.
Now, if you're Spirit Lake, you got to adjust. Obviously, Lucan's really looking to get that ball, so you got to make sure you know where she's at, anywhere in the zone.
Here's Tauber, goes to the high post, gets it back. Three-pointer just off the mark, rebounded by Keenan. Splits through a double team. Had a tip from behind and stolen.
Yeah.
Lucan bringing ahead. King corner three. Back rimming no good. Long run out. Brunsma 1-on-2. And there's the foul. Going up for the shot. She'll be awarded with 2 more free throws.
Yeah, and a really nice job. She got herself under control, right? It's easy to get going and think, I got to go as fast. She kind of around the three-point line, slowed down just a touch, got herself under control, and then earned the foul.
Olivia Donovan picks up the foul. That's her second of the evening. In and out, no good on the first.
I do like on Wahlert's end, I like the confidence that they're shooting it with, right? You got to shoot those shots when you're open. You got to let it fly. Then, we used to say that's when the possession starts, right? It's hard to rebound out of that zone, and they're doing such a good job with their pressure. Don't be shy to shoot when you're open because there's a lot of good things that can happen afterwards.
1 out of 2 for Brunsma, 28-24 lead. Tauber in the left corner. Dribbles against this zone to King.
Yep. Keep that ball moving.
Step back three-pointer. No good. High for the rebound again. There is Keenan.
She is having a wonderful night so far.
Turner yo-yos the dribble. Splits that defense again. We're going to get a push on the floor, they're going to say, much to the chagrin of Claire Turner.
She's feeling it a little bit. I like it. You got to keep attacking, though. They're being pretty consistent with that hand check call if you beat them off the drive, so you want to keep exposing that.
Turner will inbound for the Indians. Underneath their own rim, into Travis. Hand to Turner. Step back three. That one just off the back rim. Ball loose underneath and brought in.
Yeah, really nice job that time by Olivia Donovan on the rebound.
King in the left corner. Picks up her dribble, goes for Tauber. High post Lucan. Lucan, her turnaround splashes in. She's starting to heat up here in the second half. It's a 2-point game. Spirit Lake 28, Wahlert 26. Cross to Scott. Holds on her hip with 4.5 to play in the third.
Good D.
Cut off on the baseline drive. Retreats to Travis on the right wing. Travis one dribble, picks up for Scott. Scott with 11 on the shot clock.
One of the better defensive possessions by Wahlert in a while. Got to finish it here, though.
Goes through against that double team again. Good help side defense.
Excellent. Let's give some credit there to Ruth Tauber. He really did a nice job moving her feet to be a good helper.
Lucan will try another three off the mark. Donovan with the rebound. Her putback, no, but a foul. She'll step to the line for 2. I think they got Lauren Travis. Post player for Spirit Lake. That'll be her second. And the first team foul of the third quarter against Spirit Lake.
One thing you're going to notice, shots taken on the right-hand side of the floor. 70% they say of all misses go to the opposite side of the floor. And it's so much harder for Spirit Lake to secure the rebound opposite of Keenan's side. She's doing such a good job. So, if Wahlert, when they're shooting from the right-hand side, it really becomes tough to get those defensive rebounds.
We got a timeout and a little conversation out there. Olivia Donovan, she's got the defensive assignment on Claire Turner, and I've seen a couple of times there. They got a little something to say to each other.
Turner's feisty. I like it. She's playing really hard, and she plays with a lot of confidence.
Last time down, Donovan was telling her to shoot it from 28 feet. Here's Scott with the handoff to Brunsma on the right wing. Spins to the elbow.
Look in there.
And they do. 2 defenders there, but it doesn't matter. Parise Keenan having herself a night, the senior for the Indians. They lead by 3.
Boy, she does not look like a player who averages 6 points a game, does she? And 7 rebounds for that matter. She looks about like a double-double every night.
And reach inside. See who they got. I believe it'll be on Turner. It will. And for Turner, that will be her second.
Okay.
Second team foul whistled against Spirit Lake. 3:17 to play in the third. Wahlert inbounds
Watch her coming back in. Yep, watch her coming in.
On the right wing, Tauber. Cut off on her drive attempt by Keenan. Donovan on the right wing. Around the perimeter.
Lucan working hard in there, but Scott's being really physical.
Double team comes. Ball tipped into the hands of King. Her pull-up from 14 rattles in.
Nice.
Well, Claire King might be 5'5", but boy, she plays bigger than that. Good bucket in the paint.
She really does. She kind of got that babyface assassin look to her, doesn't she? Like, she'll rip your heart out. She's playing well.
1 point game. Just over 2.5 to play in the third quarter. Turner yo-yos that dribble. Double team comes. Drops to the right side. Around into the game is Sins. And taken away, looking inside. Lucan's got to
get back.
Hesitates all the way through. Defense was there.
Nope.
And it'll be 2 free throws. Yeah, I was a little bit blocked there and didn't see how that defensive position was.
She was there, but you really got to step up and absorb the contact, right? If you move at all, you're not going to get that call. And Lucan's a great offensive player, right? She saw she kind of had her off balance, and so she was going to go get those 2 free throws.
Barely ripples the court as she knocks in the first. An 82% free throw shooter. Substitutions into the game brought to you by IMT Insurance. All our substitutions brought to you by IMT. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com.
Kind of big. They're going with some of these subs, and you got to make sure, you want to just take care of the ball, play good defense, get a rebound here and there, and, get this game to the fourth quarter.
Scott into the front court as Wahlert has regained the lead for the first time in the second half, 31-30.
Claire King's picking up that defensive intensity.
Ball deflected, but into the hands of Spirit Lake. Scott pulls up at 12, drops it back on the left wing, and we're going to get a reach and a foul there with 14 on the shot clock. Annabelle Sins in the game, a sophomore.
Okay, the rest of the quarter are going to be in that bonus, right? And so you got to keep attacking if you're Spirit Lake.
Both team foul against Wahlert. And they will inbound, drop it all the way back to Turner. Deep out on the left wing. She'll try the 3 from there. Why not? Claire Turner got a little something to say after.
Yeah, and it's all about balance, right? She kind of got herself balanced, and then she's like, why not? I got this range, and she shoots it really well.
King between the rings, flips to Donovan. Now check that. That's Lucy Lucan just into the game. Here's Claire Lucan.
Ooh.
Claire gets it back from the left wing. Jab step. Couple of times. Wanted to drive, lost it, but gets it to King. King back on the right wing with 5 on the shot clock all the way through and rolls it in.
Good take by Claire King. Really nice job going to her left, but finishing a little floater with her right hand.
Into the front court. Double team comes, and we're going to get a timeout. Coach Todd Rogers going to use a timeout, full timeout. We'll take it with them. With 1:05 left in the third quarter, we are deadlocked. Wahlert 33, Spirit Lake 33. You're watching the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. I'm Trent Condon. Chris Larson with me courtside, our producer Randy Nielsen, and yes, it's a late night.
You guys are up past their bedtimes a little bit. They're loving life right now.
I see Gary Ross, the administrator for the basketball side of things. He looks a little tired over there.
He looks a little sleepy, doesn't he? I think those eyes are still open, though.
Well,
hey, the game's keeping us going.
Absolutely. Tied up. Final minute plus of the third quarter. Spirit Lake with the ball. 33 apiece. Abby Scott, she's been tremendous, the senior. Driving baseline, now backing her way into the paint. Goes with the left hand too strong. And rebounded by Wahlert. Push ahead, that's Lucy Lucan, a sophomore.
Last 3 feet of the pass are yours, right? Claire King came back to that ball and stopped it from being a turnover. Really nice play.
About a 15-second difference, shot clock, game clock.
I
And
tell
a
you.
three-pointer. How about that off the bench? Lucy Lucan.
And she was calling for it last possession, too. And, you know, sometimes you just get that feel when somebody's ready to shoot. And she stepped up and knocked that one down. What a
Wahlert
huge lift.
Up by 3. Ball loose for a moment. Back for Turner. Final 12 seconds. In against a triple team. Looking for some help, and we're going to get a blocking foul. It's going to be a tough one there on Claire Lucan.
Going to be a 2-shot foul, too, with the bonus situation. Gal, that whistle blows, and that's going to be a huge, if they call that a charge, that's going to be a huge call on Turner, right? Because that's going to be her 3rd foul.
Yeah, both her and Lucan both had 2 before that. One of them was going to get their 3rd. It's whistled on the Wahlert senior, Claire Lucan.
Oh, excuse me, that is huge, right?
We'll see. You know, you wonder if you're Coach Spiegler, you just get her out of there. You don't want something silly to happen
Right.
here in the final 9 seconds as Turner splashes in the first. One more coming for Claire Turner, an 82.3% free throw shooter. Perfect on both.
Yeah, soft touch.
Final 9 seconds of the third, 1-point game.
Little sideline break there.
There's Lucan on the right wing. Spins into the paint, goes up against a double team and a foul. She'll go to the line for 2, but that's that dangerous situation I was just mentioning there,
I was
Coach.
holding my breath. I was like, oh, Trent, you didn't just jinx him, did you? Because that was it, right?
Kind of talking it into it, especially that spin move.
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
know where that defender's coming, but it worked out okay for Wahlert. 2 free throws with 0.8 seconds for Claire Lucan. Backs in the first substitution as Mila Breithaupt will come back in. Brought to you by IMT Insurance.
Wallert's also going to get the ball to start the 4th quarter, so real advantage for them right now.
Also into the game, senior Kayla Webker, making her first appearance of the night. 2 for 2 for Lucan. 0.8 on the clock. As Webker comes in, and they will get Lucan out here for the final 0.8 seconds. Abby Scott will fire it in for Spirit Lake. And not even going to get a shot off.
Yep.
As we'll go to the 4th quarter, a 3-point ball game. Big quarter out of Wahlert as they regain the lead. 38-35. The 4th quarter is coming your way next. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Back for the 4th quarter at Wells Fargo Arena, downtown Des Moines, live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. I'm Trent Condon, joined by Chris Larson. What has proved to be a great game here. 2nd-seeded Wahlert leading 7th-seeded Spirit Lake 38-35.
Outstanding. Good. You can see what a floor general Claire King is. They called a little something out of the timeout, and she just looked at her coach and said, not going to be there, and now she's going to get him in a little different offense.
Zone defensive look for Spirit Lake to begin the 4th quarter as King sets the offense to the left wing. It's Donovan. Back for King. 18 on the shot clock. Donovan on the left side, trying to find something inside. Oh, that leads to an open jumper, and that is good. Can't give Lucan that kind of look.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good ball movement that time by Wahlert, and then they found their go-to girl.
Here's all the way on the other.
Look at that.
Open the harm, Abby Scott. Her big night continues. She's got 13 and a chance at a three-point play.
She is their fire plug, right? Like, she's their defensive energy, but she's really bringing the offense tonight. She's getting those downhill drives, but she's finishing through the contact. Been just a wonderful night for her.
Free throw finds the mark. Lead trimmed to 2, 40-38.
Boy, just kind of back and forth, isn't it?
Yes. Who's going to gain momentum?
Going to be man-to-man a little bit here, I think.
There's Lucan in the post, off the window and in.
Yeah, they're going to have to recognize that, though. They got to get some double and get some help from her.
Scott pushing ahead, had it deflected and stolen by King. Losing an official, but he's back on his feet.
Man, that's twice Claire King's done that, in transition.
Lucan spins, drops it back. 3 from free. No good. Donovan got in there. Last touch by Donovan. It'll go over. She's a good athlete herself.
Isn't she, though? I bet she also is a good track runner. Like, she has been all over the place, done a great job defending Claire Turner. Just to, hold her. I know you might be sitting there going, gal, she's got a lot of points. But her defense has made everything hard, and she's really active on offensive boards, doing a wonderful job.
There's Donovan still with her hands all over Turner.
Look at it.
Just a little more. She is, and we're going to get a reach, yeah. I think the official looking to clean that one up just a little bit.
Tell you what, if I'm Spirit Lake, I'm keeping attacking off that dribble. They're calling those hand checks. If you can get easy points at the foul line at about the 4-minute mark, somehow, that's really going to be an advantage down the stretch.
They got that one on Carolyn Freed off the ball, the sophomore, and she's going to get a quick breather as Lucy Lupkin will come back in.
Okay.
Sophomore for sophomore substitution.
Oh.
Into Turner. Donovan pushes King over, said, no, I got her.
But good communication, right? They really played that well.
Gets a screen from Travis, turns the corner into the glass. No, offensive foul on Turner. That will be her third. 42-38, a 4-point game and a big whistle.
Take a look.
Tauber was there.
Yeah, it was a tough one, right? Probably was the contact before that initial contact on the on-ball defender that there was a lot of contact precursing that.
4-point lead in the ball for Wahlert, the second seed here in the Class 3A field. Tauber crosses over, drops to the left side, and Donovan. Wide open 3, Tauber rolls it in.
Rolled it in, that's right. Hit every part of the iron.
As big of a lead as we've seen since the first quarter when they led it by 8. Up by 7 here, 45-38. Pressure now against Turner. Nearly turned it over. She stepped on the sideline. Yeah, I could see that here from our vantage point. Turnover's going to give it back, and it's kind of that danger time we talked about in the first quarter.
Absolutely, and we've talked about her a lot, but Claire King is making such a difference in every aspect of the game. She got a couple big buckets when they needed them, but right now it's just kind of she is running the show. She kind of comes off her girl and double teams on Turner, and she's just controlling everything that's happening out there. Yeah, good set.
Inside and a bump and a foul right away. They'll get Keenan. That'll be her third. And the second team foul of the fourth quarter against Spirit Lake.
You feel like Wallert's feeling it a little bit, right? You feel like they kind of got him on the ropes a little bit, and then, a bucket here, and you might have to get a timeout if you're Spirit Lake.
Donovan takes it from the top.
Flash, yeah.
Nearly taken away. Good catch over there by Tauber in traffic. Now Lucan with the drive. Triple team comes. Flips it over to Tauber. Her shot off the mark. Rebound, but out of bounds. Travis last to touch. It'll stay 21 on the shot clock.
If they run that same play and go for the slip, I think they had Lucan on the slip if they give a good hard ball fake.
Diamond look at that. Get it in the post. Spins her way off the glass. No good. Turner up for the rebound. She wants to push.
Yep.
Good defense in transition. Good pass inside to Travis. Her fadeaway off the mark. Fight for the ball underneath, and we're going to get a jump ball. It'll stay on this end.
Good second effort by Keenan, right? Like she got in there and came from way out of the zone to get her hand on it and then force a jump ball.
Ball out underneath for Spirit Lake. Need a bucket. As they've seen the deficit grow to 7. All the way through. Brunsma can't get it to go off the side rim. Just a bit strong, rebounded by Lukin. Through Tauber. Sets the offense for Wahlert, leading by 7. 4:40 left in the fourth.
And they'll be happy to play at this tempo right now with a 7-point lead.
Tauber back for Lucy Lukin.
How big was her three to kind of take a little bit, get him over that hump a little bit?
King into the paint, drops it back. Lukin will try again. That's strong, but Claire Lukin with the offensive rebound. Back for Ruth Tauber.
They're going to run some clock.
Pull it back out. Set the offense again, leading by 7.
You know, Claire Lukin just done a great job too, right? Obviously scoring, but now rebounding. She's got a couple defensive rebounds this quarter. That's what winners do at this time of the game.
And we're going to get a 3-second violation. I believe that was Donovan there.
Yeah.
Saw that in the first quarter.
And her coach knew it too, because as soon as he blew his whistle, she was yelling a little bit.
Christine Spiegler. Against pressure, get it in just in time to Brunsma. Pushing ahead is Scott.
Got to get a good one here.
Brunsma for 3, in and out. How did that not fall?
I was going to say that would classify as a good one, and it was halfway down.
Tremendous three-point shooter, had 41 coming in as we get a timeout on the floor with 3:37 to play in the fourth quarter. Wahlert 45, Spirit Lake 38. So a little bit of a tough time now. Spirit Lake see the offense go down. Is it just trying to find different ways to get Turner going?
Yeah, I'd really like to see. They're making it tough. Anytime you set a ball screen, right, they're doubling off. They're even pulling a second girl off even without a double screen or without a screen. And so they're going to make it really tough for her. I like what's happened with Brunsma there the last couple possessions, right? She got a good runner. She got a good look at three. Somebody's going to have to step up and knock it down. They're going to make life really hard on Claire Turner right now, I think.
Both teams whistled for 2 fouls apiece, so still a couple more fouls before we get into a bonus situation. Dubuque Wahlert, solid free throw shooter. Of course, we talked about Lukin at 82% on the year, but King also at 75%.
They have good, strong guards, right? They're going to be hard to beat if you can't chip in here pretty quickly, because I think in the short game, they're going to be able to finish out with their guards and be really successful. Maybe Spirit Lake comes out and tries to do some pressure, some trapping, let their defense lead to some offense.
Turner and Keaton both playing with 3 fouls defensively here for Spirit Lake.
1-3-1, half-court trap maybe.
That pressure with Keenan at the top of her great length and athleticism.
There you go.
Got a deflection.
Oh, had a chance.
High post to the right side. Tauber for 3, you bet.
There you go.
Ruth Tauber heating up here in the second.
You don't get the steal up top, and then, careful. And then it leads to an open look down on the baseline, and she's hit 2 big threes here in the fourth quarter.
Abby Scott all the way through, throws it off the side, no good. Loose ball. And into the hands of King.
Yep.
She'll walk it across as we go inside of 3 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Lucy Lukin for Claire Lukin. Baseline drive, lost it for a moment, gets it back. Content running some clock, then a bump and a foul on Brunsma.
Yeah, and the problem there is that's going to reset the shot clock and give them a fresh 35.
Now, we talked about the kickball violation. Other levels, you see that shot clock not completely reset. You think that's something we'll see soon at the high school level?
Yeah, I do. I think that, it's a little bit slow to get accustomed to everything, but I think they'll get there.
Just happy that we have it.
Right, exactly.
Here's King with 24 on the shot clock. She drives, flips into the corner. Lucy looking for 3, left it short, rebounded by Turner.
Not this time.
Got to get a good one here for Spirit Lake. Step back 3. Off the side rim. Lukin with the rebound. Trying to put that pressure in front as we go down to the 2-minute mark. Donovan had to take it away.
Don't have many bullets left. You got to keep firing right here. Got to attack.
Hands to Turner. We're going to get a timeout on the floor with 1:51 to play. Spirit Lake down to 2 timeouts remaining. Wahlert has 3, 1:51 left. And we'll take a timeout with them. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back with you courtside in this Class 3A quarterfinal. Live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Trent Condon, Chris Larson. Coach, we got a heck of a ball game here. This has been a fun one.
Really has. Really good adjustments by both teams, and great fighting spirit from the 7 seed, right? But then also a championship DNA from Wahlert to just kind of take everything in stride, keep playing good basketball, and then really have kind of just slowly separated themselves here in this fourth quarter.
Winner will move on to the semifinal on Thursday afternoon here at Wells Fargo Arena. Down by 10, Turner with the drive, can't find the mark, and then hit with the foul. Good rebound there from Lukin.
Yeah, really strong rebound. She's kind of done a little bit of that here in the second half really well, not just scoring points, but she's playing good defense, and then she's really solidified that defensive rebound.
Claire Turner picks up her 4th foul on that reach as they inbound to Claire Lukin. Ball tip deflected. It'll stay with Wahlert.
This is kind of the problem for Spirit Lake. I think Wahlert, this is a strength of theirs. They're a really good ball handling team. We talked about their lack of turnovers, and this is how you close out games and win them.
There's a steal, though.
Yep.
That leads to Turner at the top. She goes through, splits the defense with the left hand.
Really good.
90 seconds to play. It's 8. Ahead to King.
Get her out of there. Get her out of there.
We're going to get a timeout.
Yep. Little assist from Coach right there.
Yeah, Coach Spiegler says, let's use a TO. We'll stay right here. Wahlert leading by 8, 48-40. We talked about the top 2 free throw shooters out of the regular. Lukin at 82%, 75% for King. But the other 3 starters, Donovan under 50%.
Right.
Freed at 53, 57 for Taubert. So there will be options out there if they decide to go the foul route.
We really do. Now, the one thing you got to be careful of, Turner does have 4 fouls, and she definitely, so much of their offense revolves around her. You cannot afford her to foul out. But any of those other 3 girls touch it, anybody else on the floor has got to foul immediately. Because you got to extend this game, right? You can't let them take 30 seconds, and then you're just going to run out of time.
Ball out underneath as Tauber will inbound for
right here.
The Golden Eagles.
Yeah, get her right there. Get her.
Donovan.
Get her.
Not going to happen.
Nope. They're going to play this one out. So they're going to play one possession out, try and get a stop and a score, and then I'm sure they'll start fouling.
King to the right side, Tauber.
Can't foul now, though.
Down to 11 on the shot clock. Lucy Lukin.
Boy.
For Claire Lukin, take it away.
There you go.
Scott with the steal. Got to hurry. And They got an advantage here. There's a reach, and that could be an intentional. As Lukin just grabbed her arm, they're going to come together and talk about if that's an intentional foul. Boy, for our vantage point, it looked that way.
Yeah, they're going to call that intentional. What a huge call right there, right? And you called it right away, Trent. I mean, you just can't reach out and grab a person like that. There was really no reason. Let's take a look.
It'll be to the free throw line, Claire Turner. Clock stop, 50.1 seconds.
Going to get 2 shots and the basketball and can get right back in this game.
First free throw off the mark from Turner. One more coming from the junior. 14 points tonight, playing with 4 fouls.
There, get that
Second
one.
good. Now they'll get the ball out of bounds on the sideline.
Okay. So only 1 point, but obviously getting that ball back. You got to get back on that attack. And, it might be Turner, but if they come in double, somebody else has to step up and try and knock down a 3.
Scott hands back for Turner.
Yeah, right here.
Turns the corner, gets into the paint, throws it up. No good. Offensive stick back is there. Timeout with 41.8 seconds left. Spirit Lake's not going away.
We talked about it. A lot of fight in this Spirit Lake team, right? They have shown this time and time again, a resiliency. And, man, they made the most of that possession. Now, you got to get it a full 94 feet. It's going to be a tough inbounds. Wahlert's obviously drawing something up. They'll be ready to go. This will be interesting.
Yeah, kind of looking at some of the numbers here, and defensively, Claire Turner leads the team in steals. Abby Scott, she's been tremendous tonight.
Absolutely.
And you'd have to think if you're looking for somebody to come with that double, probably Scott would be right there, or the athleticism of Keenan.
Yeah, get her on the ball maybe. Now, in this case, as soon as anyone not wearing jersey number 50 or not wearing jersey number 1 touches the basketball, you got to foul. You got to foul right away.
Next foul will put Wahlert into the bonus.
Not there.
They'll go to Tauber.
There.
Tauber gets it back. Throws it ahead.
There.
Freed. Clock is ticking. Lucan's just going to hold it on her hip and wait for the foul, and it finally comes, but they had a couple of opportunities.
And it's just tough, right? I mean, you got to execute. Sometimes those are the little winning plays, and just wasn't quite quick enough on the reaction because they had 2 non-free throw shooters, right? And this is exactly what Wahlert wanted. Lucan, solid as it gets from the line.
She calm, cool, and collected at the charity stripe as she splashes in the first. One more coming for Claire Lucan. Averaging 21 per contest. She's got 24 tonight. In and out with the second, though. Rebounded by Keenan.
Attack.
Turner across midcourt. Step back, triple.
Got it.
To go. Timeout.
Another timeout.
17 seconds left. It's a 3-point game. 49-46. One timeout remaining for Spirit Lake.
Don't turn off your TVs quite yet. Don't close the Chromebooks.
Correct myself. That was the final timeout, though, for Spirit Lake. They cannot stop it again.
One big thing, and I think I see, Coach, you go for one trap, right? See if you can get a quick steal. I will say you got to almost think 3 right away, right? Because you got to be careful. You don't want to make a 2 and then let the time bleed out. Secondly, though, you got to execute better. If anybody not named Lucan and not named King touches that ball, you got to put them on the foul line.
49-46, 17.7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The number 2 seed Dubuque Wahlert trying to hold off the upset bid from the number 7 seed Spirit Lake. 2 teams separated by hundreds of miles. Don't run across each other very often, I'm going to guess, but this has been a tremendous ball game. Maybe we can get Coach Rogers and Coach Spiegler to get a home and home next year.
Right?
We get
worth
anything
the
like
price
this
of
one.
Admission, that's for sure.
17.7 full court pressure
Trap.
from the
No.
Indians. Oh, bumped right away, and there's
Easy.
a foul. Keenan called for the foul.
Yeah.
That will be her 4th.
Go trap there. They had her in the corner. Trap, make her give it up, and then get the next foul.
Instead, they'll trot to the other end of the floor.
Because here's the problem, Trent, right? If she makes 1 out of 2 free throws, you're going to need 2 possessions, and you get 5 seconds after the ball goes through here. Another rule I'd love to see adapted in high school in the last minute where they stop the clock, because this gets tricky, right?
Yep.
Theoretically, Wahlert can't lose if they execute correctly.
First free throw makes it a 2-possession game. Lead builds to 5, 51-46.
Don't want to foul, though.
Can't do that.
Excuse me. They have fouls to give.
1 to give,
Yep.
so that is the 4th team foul against Wahlert. Don't want to do that again, though.
Claire King.
Okay,
I
yeah.
should have learned by now. She is on top of everything.
She knows exactly what she's doing out there. Down to
Looked at
15
me, she's
seconds.
like, Coach, I got this. Don't worry.
Turner turns. There's a push in
Foul
the
there.
back.
There it
Donovan
is.
got away with one and gets a steal. Pushing ahead. There's King. Claire
That's
King's
gonna
going
do
to
it.
dribble it out. And the number 2 seed, Dubuque Wahlert, holds off Spirit Lake and gets the win, 51-46. Great quarterfinal here tonight.
really good basketball game, right? I thought Spirit Lake just came out and played with such passion, such positive energy, right? But in the end, Wahlert made a lot of winning plays, right? And they showed why they're the number 2 seed in this tournament. They're going to be a really tough out, but a really great girls basketball game.
No doubt about it. We'll send it down to the award ceremony happening momentarily down there. 51-46 the final. Dubuque Wahlert a winner over Spirit Lake, as the Golden Eagles will move on to the semifinal round Thursday afternoon, 3:15, as we go courtside.
In addition to receiving medallions, each participating player will receive a commemorative basketball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards for the IGHSAU are Aaron Gerlich and Gary Ross. Congratulations to head coach Todd Rogers and the Indians from Spirit Lake on an outstanding basketball season. And now, Claire Lucan will advance her team to the next round on the official bracket at center court. Dubuque Wahlert Catholic fans, your team advances to the semifinals and will play the winner of Williamsburg and Des Moines Christian on Thursday, March 6th at 3:15 p.m. Fans, on behalf of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we thank you for your support and attendance. Please drive home safely.
Back courtside one final time here at Wells Fargo Arena. Trent Condon, Chris Larson with you. Coach, final thoughts on what is a great basketball game and a tremendous comeback win for Wahlert.
Yeah, just a really, really well played. Let's give credit to the coaches, right? 2 really well coached teams. A lot of smart basketball players that have learned well from their coaches. Just what Iowa high school girls basketball is all about. I saw good plays on both sides, but in the end, Wahlert was just a little too much, and Claire Lucan just a little bit too much, right?
26 points to lead all scorers for her. How about the performance on the other side? Abby Scott in her final game in a Spirit Lake uniform. She finished with 14 points, did a little bit of everything. Claire Turner was tremendous as well, but Lucan and company move on. Coach, this is fun.
Been a great time. Thanks, Trent.
Absolutely. We got more basketball coming your way. 7 more quarterfinals tomorrow here from Wells Fargo Arena. On behalf of our color analyst, Chris Larson, our producer, Randy Nielsen, and all of us here in Des Moines, I'm Trent Condon. Thank you for watching our live coverage of the 2025 Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.